All right, happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios. Welcome into the daily broadcast. Beautiful Friday night in West Texas. Was it windy? Yes. Was the dirt blowing around a little bit? Yes. It's the sixth day of March. What do you expect? By the way, remember the Alamo? You guys know our love of Texas history and everything else. So glad you're with us tonight. We are going to focus on what went on in Washington, D.C. earlier today. 50 some odd and some even people getting together with President Trump. They're going to fix college sports. They're going to save it. They're going to do that. No, they're not. And I submit to you that you don't want them to. And that will be the primary focus of tonight's broadcast. Now, we have Texas Tech softball already in action today, winning with another no hitter from Nigeria Kennedy. And they're up right now, 8-0, top of the third down there against Houston. Texas Tech baseball just about to get started out there at Dan Law Field against Penn State. By the way, don't make their head coach mad. His last name is Gambino. I don't know a whole lot about stuff, but if the dude's last name is Gambino, if I'm Tim Tadlock, much respect. All right, we're in the Hat Creek Interior Studios. You don't have to own a ranch to live like you do, but hey, if you want great Western style furniture, you know, you need to go to hatcreek.us. Go to their showroom 10101, yeah, 10101 South Slide Road in Lubbock, Texas. They ship anywhere to you. Check it out. Cool stuff. And they got a great Facebook page too. All right, let's get this thing going tonight, shall we? In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt. The Raiderland.com is where you start your day. We give you the questions of the day, what we're thinking about. We give you the Raiderland hot links every day, brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas. West Texas legends, generations strong. Handle all your meat processing, world famous jerky, and all the great meats and cheeses they ship to you. Check them out. We are brought to you tonight by the Reserve Culinary Tavern, 103rd and Quaker in Lubbock, Texas. Great for brunch on the weekends. Great for happy hour. Great for evening. Great for watching Texas Tech sports. Sound on, and you can hear everything. The menu is fantastic. The cocktails are great. You're going to love the atmosphere. When you go by the Reserve, hey, tell Nick we sent you. Tell him Raiderland said hey. Also by South Plains College, the road to Raiderland runs through Levelland. It has for years. A lot of great Red Raiders started off as great Texans, but they offer over 100 course selections. Saw today they're on Facebook. They've got their culinary arts division was doing some cool stuff. We link to it on our Facebook page. You never know whether it's a traditional college student in your family or maybe you and your wife want to take a cooking class. Head on over there to Levelland in South Plains College. Everybody who communicates with us tonight gets through, whether you are on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, whether you're on the YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. We ask you to like, subscribe, and share. Or our Facebook page for Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. You get it on the United Supermarket chat line, the one supermarket grocery store chain that supports Texas Tech, has for decades, as opposed to the one that comes into town, takes your money, and puts your money on scoreboards in Austin. All right, shall we begin? Where do we want to start tonight? Oh, yeah, it's my show, so I guess we get to start it where we want to start it. If you want Texas Tech sports to thrive, if you want Texas Tech sports to excel, if you want Texas Tech sports to be great over the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you tell Donald Trump, President Donald J. Trump, at real Donald Trump or whatever it is on Twitter, get out of college sports. Get out of the sandbox. All right? You tell Congress you don't want them messing with college sports because, one, they're going to screw it up. Two, I refuse to submit to the idea that it is broken. Now, they had in Washington, D.C. today 50 some odd people, no actual college athletes, anybody like that. A bunch of people that have been on the periphery of college sports, a bunch of retired people. And yes, Cody Campbell, Texas Tech chairman board of regents, up there for a lunch that lasted about, I don't know, about an hour or so. and they accomplished about what you would expect them to accomplish. And then Donald Trump says, I'm going to issue an executive order and we're going to clean this up. It's going to be better than the order I issued in the summer. And that didn't do anything. But this one's, I'm telling you right now, if you're a Texas Tech sports fan, if you're a fan of any school that is not one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the Big Ten or the SEC, you tell your reps, you tell Donald Trump, get the hell out of college sports. You're going to screw it up. You're going to mess it up. Why do you think some of the loudest voices in the room are begging for congressional oversight to fix, to save college sports? Why do you think it's the SEC and the Big Ten? Who are they threatened by? What are they threatened by? They're threatened by schools like Texas Tech. I have been involved in college athletics for over 35 years now. I've heard the tropes from day one. They used to blame it on Title IX, that they didn't want to spend money on certain programs, so they cut a program so they could put more money into football or men's basketball, and they get rid of wrestling or they get rid of baseball or whatever, and they blame it on Title IX. Well, that was a red herring then. It's a red herring now, and I hate it. Now the new red herring is NIL. It's compensating college athletes that it will crush Olympic sports. It will crush women's sports. Why? You don't have a revenue problem. I feel like Dave Ramsey right now. You don't have a revenue problem, college athletics. You got a spending problem. You got plenty of money to do what you say your mission is to provide sports on an equal footing. That's what Title IX really is that if I got a little girl and I got a little boy, they both have an equal chance to grow up and get a college scholarship to play sports. Not that they will get the same amount of money, not that their program will have the same amount of funding as football or basketball or whatever, but that they can go to school for free. Everything else after that's a bonus deal. And that's probably a Title IX topic for another day that has been misconstrued and just misused and really abused over the decades. But here we sit today, and I tell you right now, if you love what's going on with Texas Tech athletics right now, if you love the Tech football season, then you tell Cody Campbell and you tell Donald J. Trump and you tell John Cornyn and Ted Cruz and whoever ends up representing District 19, get the hell out of college sports. You're going to screw it up. It won't work. What do they, and this is the other fascinating aspect, certainly from some of my Texas Tech friends and Texas Tech people that are, for the most part, majoritively identifying as conservative politically, that they don't want government involved in their lives. They don't want government involved in their businesses. They don't want government involved in anything. Yet there's some of the same people that are just like begging Congress and Trump to fix college sports. I tell you today, college sports isn't broken. College sports is better than it's ever been. And I know this to be true because the so-called blue bloods, the so-called power teams in the SEC and the Big Ten are running scared. And that's how I know this is good and what's happening is good. It's just that simple. Is it sustainable? Absolutely 100%. Will it require massive change in how college sports operates? 100%. College sports needs massive change. It needs to rethink conference affiliations. Not every single sport needs to play the same teams that another sport plays. That at Texas Tech, your football team doesn't need to be playing the same people as your women's tennis team or your baseball team. And that's okay. And life goes on. And it will be better. The SCORE Act that they're trying to pass, one, it's dead on arrival. All right. It's dead on. It's not going to get there. But again, it's look who wants it to pass and why. And I think for Texas Tech fans, one of the biggest issues you have right now is, okay, inherently you think this is great going on, what's going on right now for Texas Tech. Why is Cody Campbell against it? I don't know that he's totally against it. I do know that Cody Campbell has a wonderful relationship. Some say very good. Some say a fantastic relationship. Some say maybe the best relationship ever with Donald J. Trump, the president of the United States. If I'm in the oil and gas industry right now in the United States and America, and I'm Cody Campbell, damn right I want a good relationship with the president. I get that. I understand that. So multiple things can be true in this moment. Cody Campbell can want to work, and I believe his desires are pure. I have no reason to think that he wants to do anything to hurt Texas Tech or college athletics or whatever. But just because Double Eagle Energy, and I was from Canyon before he was from Canyon, Texas, I'll tell you what. I'm just kidding there. No, I mean, really, I was. That doesn't mean I have to agree with him. And it doesn't mean you have to agree with him. And I'm not saying, again, that his intentions are altruistic to a point that it's against Texas Tech. But yeah, he is friends with the president of the United States. And Donald Trump loves sports. He loved it in the 70s. He loved it in the 80s, bought the New Jersey Generals, was running the USFL. We can debate, how well that worked out with the USFL and Donald Trump in that era and everything else. But I do believe his intentions are he wants things to be good. But some of the comments he made today are just nonsensical. They don't really match up to the reality of college sports right now. I mean, we are fighting a war in Iran. And it was a nice lunch. And I hope everybody at the lunch, got good food and everything else. But I really want Donald J. Trump to be focusing on annihilating 100%. I know we can walk and talk and chew gum, but annihilating Iran from the face of the earth from a military ability and capacity. And then whoever is left over, I mean, it can be some goat herder for all I care who just really likes, American rock and roll music. Van Halen with David Lee Roth, not Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. I want him to like Sammy Hagar with Montrose. Two totally different things. I want to focus on that. So here we are tonight. That's the discussion. That's it on a Friday night. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, doesn't really matter. But I think if you're a Texas Tech fan, you ought to look at the landscape of college athletics right now and go, this is good. We like it. It is sustainable. It requires adjustment and change. And the biggest pain will be felt by the schools who don't want to adjust and change. And those are the ones in the Big Ten and the SEC. And really only about half of the schools in either league. The other schools in there are just so happy to be lapping it up. They're at the pig trough of those conferences that they really don't care anymore. That's why the lesser schools in the SEC don't chant their own school name. They chant SEC. They know where the checks come from. They understand how it plays out. All right, that's what we got tonight. Jump in, get your comments in. I want to know what you're thinking tonight here on the daily broadcast. We've got Texas Tech and Penn State underway, top of the first right now. And Lucas Perko on the mound for the Red Raiders. Got bases loaded, one out. This is not good. This is not good. As Perko now has walked two after a flyout to start the inning, and then a single and a couple of walks. So Perko, dangerous territory right now in the first inning against Penn State. Meanwhile, down in Houston, top of the fourth, it's Texas Tech softball leading Houston 10-0. What do we get on the pitching? Give me some pitching numbers right now. For Caitlin Terry, 3 innings, 2. She gave up 2 hits. That's unacceptable. She gave up 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. We're going to have a talk about her. I don't know if we can keep her in the lineup at this point right now for Texas Tech going forward. And I don't know if we're having some problems with the comments tonight here on the channel. StreamYard, our third-party apparatus, has been a little not sketchy. We love them; they're great. a little wonky over the last few days. So if you've tried to comment or whatever, we're not seeing it. I get it. I understand. That's the way it goes sometimes in this reality. And really, that's okay because tonight I kind of wanted to do a soliloquy, anyways. I really wanted to talk about this madness, in my opinion, to race to fix something that I do not believe is broken. You know, that I do not believe Congress can fix, and nor do I want them to fix it. So there you go. We'll go a couple of minutes. If we get a couple of comments that sneak through the observers, that'll be cool. We can do that. We got a lot of cool stuff we got to get to tonight with baseball, basketball, and everything else. All right, JCTT. Trump's remarks made it clear Cody concerns with score Trump has as well. Problem is POTUS executive order trying to get that toothpaste back in the tube. Well, yeah, the first one didn't work. I'm talking about the EO back in the summer. The next one he does, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And it fascinates me that Cody Campbell is willing to be a part of a dog and pony show, in my opinion, that none of this is going to work. It's sound and fury signifying nothing. He doesn't strike me, has never struck me as a young man who is given to doing things that don't really amount to a hill of beans. Yet here we are. I don't know. Then again, maybe it'll be the most perfect executive order we've ever had, the greatest executive order we've ever had. Some say the most immaculate executive order we've ever had. I don't see it happening that way. All right, before we get out of here, because again, we got stuff going on. Bases loaded, 2 outs now as Perko gets a strikeout. So you got the bases loaded and Lucas Perko trying to get through the first inning. What are we on pitch count? Good Lord. 25 pitches in the first inning. Come on, Lucas. You got to do better than that. Softball down in Houston. It's top of the fourth, 10-0. Texas Tech's already had a no-hitter today by Nigeri Kennedy, and now they've got a 10-0 lead, top of the fourth over Houston in game 2. They played 2 games today because they are expecting not good weather in Houston the rest of the way. Tomorrow night, late start with basketball. No way we're going to do a round ball rewind. We will, however, on Sunday evening, have a round ball rewind Diamond Talk consolidated show. That all that will be amalgamated on Sunday evening because into the regular season, I think we're going to have a lot of clarity on where Texas Tech could be on the basketball side, seed-wise, by Sunday evening. And then baseball, obviously we'll have baseball and softball to look at. So a rare Sunday night Diamond Talk and just a little round ball rewind. Joseph, if we let politicians run our college sports, we will never have a champion because we'll be tied up in Senate hearings to declare our winners. Can't argue. Cody and Cruz in agreement, in alignment. Yeah, and it's easy for the politicians to come out. I think they're dumb, a lot of them. But it's easy for the politicians to come out and say certain things on this stuff because they know there's no repercussion. You say what you think the vast majority of people want to hear. Oh, yeah, we got to fix it. Why do we got to fix this? Well, everybody's telling me as a politician, we got to fix it. Horrible. We got to fix it. We can't have this, right? Meanwhile, find me one Texas Tech person that wants to change the last, I don't know, year, 2 years. Find me a Texas Tech person that really wants to change what's gone on. They like what's happening on the field. They say, well, but, we can't be doing this. Why? Why not? All right, y'all are the best. You truly are. You guys are the best. I asked you to do a couple of things tonight. The Power of 5, like our sponsors tonight, Hat Creek Interiors in Lubbock. They're on Facebook. The Reserve Culinary Tavern on Facebook. 103rd and Lubbock. Go out. See them tonight. Tell them we sent you. South Plains College and United Supermarkets. Hit them up and say, hey, thanks for supporting what we do in Raiderland. Thanks for being a great part of West Texas and Texas Tech. I'm going to put this on the website. We'll throw this out there on our YouTube channel, everything else. Share it. Grow Raiderland. Have some fun tonight. I know it's Friday night. It's kind of like spring break for some people. I just appreciate the people who are here on a live standpoint, hanging out with us on a Friday. That's awesome, man. The replay people, you guys are wonderful too. I get it. There's no perfect time to do a show. I get messages all the time. Hey, could you do this at noon? Could you do this at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? What about 3:43 in the morning? I'm always up at 3:43 in the morning taking a leak. Could you do a show then? I know there's no perfect time to do it. So we try to do it where the most people can catch it, the most people can enjoy it, and then you can watch the replay and it's still pertinent. All right. Hey, thanks for being out there. Remember the Alamo.